Well, I thought Polio did a great job of getting us going. He really threw it in the strike zone with 2 pitches, his fastball and his changeup, and we were able to scratch some balls. We didn't hit a ton of balls hard early, but we forced people to make plays. We scored some runs, and I think it snowballed a little bit from there. But Southern Miss is a great club, and they're absolutely going to come back and have a big inning somewhere, and they did. They put up the 5 spot or 4 spot right in the middle, and you knew they were going to come back and put a charge into some balls. But the thing I was most proud of is I think they had 5 or 6 consecutive hits. We didn't walk anybody. I thought that was a key in the ball game. We just didn't walk anybody in that segment. We did later on, but again, really proud of what Ross Mitchell did. I thought Ross came in and really just sank the baseball, threw his one-seamer like he almost always does. And then again, we had a couple more outbursts offensively that helped us distance ourselves.
To this point, at least, Hunter is becoming that player that you've talked to us about the last couple of years. What's been the key there?
Yeah, I think the key is he's kind of figured himself out. He's the great athlete who's becoming a great baseball player, and those 2 things don't always collide.
Yeah.
Those 2 things can stay on, parallel to each other, and I think that's a collision that's happening right now. The athleticism is coming together with a great plan at the plate. And it's a fun thing to watch. It's just, I've always said this, there's just no limit to how good that guy can be. I mean, he had a line drive out of the ballpark tonight with a 10-mile-an-hour wind right in his face. He's special, he's different, and everybody knows that. But he's doing a much better job with the breaking ball, and that's exciting to see also.
You talked about the team losing its identity. I know it's just one game, but you gotta like the way the guys bounced back.
Yeah, we had a good talk about that. And, it's good timing for us because we're on spring break, so we spent a little bit more time talking about it than we normally would. And got back to doing some things yesterday, some good drill work offensively, but. Again, the thing that's neat about this group is they're older, they're fun to be around, they have a good time, and they relax in pressure situations. And I really believe that, in years past, you come here with a whole new ball club and everything's new. Nothing's really new to this group. They've experienced all this before, and I'm really hoping that pays dividends in conference play.
Kyle Hahn gets 2 hits tonight, John. Are you just kind of looking for him to survive being a freshman at this level and just experience things?
Yeah, I think anytime we can get him at-bats with some left-handed pitcher and get him some experience in this type of atmosphere, because he's going to be a great player. In fact, he reminds me a lot of Frazier at the same, stage as a freshman. But in some phases, I think he's a little bit ahead of Frazier, in terms of arm strength and lateral quickness and things of that nature. But if he can get to that level, he becomes a special player. Because certainly Adam Frazier, again tonight, just when you're convinced he's not taking the swings he ought to, he bangs. He's got 2 great swings, makes a spectacular double play unassisted, and we got some older kids who really understand this atmosphere.
You talked about getting some base, contact or not a big hits. That seemed to be what you were doing in batting practice, just a lot of focus on just hitting the ball over the infield.
Yeah, and, we did some good drill work before we left Starkville. So the thing that we don't want is we don't want batting practice to be the end-all, be-all. We're doing our drill work before we even get here. But our kids are already, ready to play before we step in the park. We're big believers that batting practice is overrated, right before a ball game. It's all the work you do inside, alone, and we have a bunch of kids who are really dedicated to that process.
How Lindgren looking at his bullpen this game?
He was great. He long tossed and he threw in his pen. It was all solid. Butch and I really couldn't tell a difference. But these things can come and go. You can wake up tomorrow and be really sore. You just don't know. But for right now, we're very optimistic about him pitching on Friday.
The way you guys started this game, how big was that for you guys to get that little bit of mojo back to kind of jump on the low mound?
Yeah, absolutely. Because everybody just kind of calms down and does their thing defensively on the mound. It just kind of calms things down. Anytime that happens for any club. So, to have some good offensive success early on was no question that was big. And we had some balls fall for us, and that always leads to some positive things.